It is pointless to resist.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Starlight Digest, a podcast bringing you line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 258, being recorded on May 8th, 2024. I'm your host, Darth Moocher. I've got Scott Solo here.
What's up, nerds?
And Grand Admiral Franz.
Hello.
And we will patiently await Ernie as he finishes up over at the Federation over there and jumps on over here to talk Star Wars.
You mean the Food Federation?
The food
Federation?
On his 500 sub.
Hey, every day is a celebration over there. So
damn straight.
Well, before we get into everything, because we got a lot to talk about and a lot to break down, and some kind of cool May 4th surprises that dropped, and we'll get into that in a second. But before, Scott, go ahead and get our Shadow Council squared away and give them the props they deserve, and then head over to the pit because I know they're patiently awaiting us.
They're already in there just yakking it up.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I like
already calling us out.
We ought to just stand here and read their
Gordon's like the greeter.
Yeah, he's in there. Welcome.
He'll be checking their receipts on the way out.
Can I see a receipt, sir?
He's validating parking. He's validating parking for everybody. So, a special shout out to the Shadow Council, AG from the Forbidden Panel, Brandon and Anya Epler, Brian C., Cliff, Commander Cook, Crystal E., Dennis McGrath, Don the Dad Dorn, Eric Grubb, Flavy Davey, formerly of the Nerds with Attitude podcast, Gavin Connor from the Holy Hour All Cure podcast, Justin the Vanilla Thunder, Luke, a.k.a. LOB Collects, Mervine Bolanos, Matt Logic, Nicholas Schaefer, Papa Schmitty, and a special shout out and congratulations to Ryan and the Star Joes podcast. Ryan, his Stealth Hammer project that was on Kickstarter just funded. So Kickstarter issue 3 is on its way.
Nice.
To all of you who supported him. Thank you so much. So if you are interested in joining the Shadow Council, just scan that QR code right there or log on to patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest podcast and donate $1 or $2. We appreciate it. Without you, this whole StreamYard thing wouldn't happen, which our renewal for StreamYard's coming up again. those guys. And I know. And then we're currently digesting Don the Dad Dorn, Gordon Skalski, Crystal E, Mando Mike, Gavin Connor, Rhino Hobbies, Matt Logic 44. Had to throw that in there. We also got Santo 1414.
Yes.
You know,
I'm trying to catch up with you.
I like it. This is what I love about the Shadow Council, right? A great deal of our Shadow Council actually watch live, and that is really, really special. I really appreciate that. It's very cool. Doesn't happen everywhere. Yeah. No. I mean, we might be doing something good, right? Consuming Star Wars is what we do, and we like to talk about it. So welcome everybody. Let's get right into it. Okay, this is going to be spoilery for anybody who hasn't watched Tales from the Empire. So just a warning. We're not gonna go frame by frame. We're just gonna open talk about this because
God, that's how long a week this has been. Really? Like we got. I thought we already covered that. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, you and I kind of we had it. You and I, because Chris and I watched it together on May 4th.
We had a date
while the rest of the crew is working, unfortunately. So but when we were starting to break it down, we're like, we gotta wait. We can't do this because we're gonna, But I think the one thing that I have to say, and this might spark the conversation going forward, is that they called it Tales from the Empire, and I'm calling it Tales from the people who rubbed elbows with the Empire but never were seen again. That's the title of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we knew that the two main characters are going to be Morgan Elsbeth and Barriss Offee, right? And then we had to decide, okay, well, how much influence do they have with the Empire itself? We know Morgan did have more than Barriss, obviously. She was in there for a hot minute, and then Morgan was more of the thing. But I mean, what do you guys think? You think these two characters deserve their own Empire tales of? After watching,
I don't know how to answer this without sounding like an ungrateful a-hole, right? Because any Star Wars animation is really, really good, right?
Yeah.
And you start off with Night Sisters versus General Grievous. And I mean,
like Gordon said, well,
no, that's actually the part where it started wrong. That's not the Empire.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong there, right? It's
Grievous
Tales from the Galaxy. It should have just been Tales from the Galaxy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Tales from the dark side of the Force. Tales from anything else besides the Empire.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
No, it's just it started off both of the two miniseries started off very strong. And the second episodes of each one were also pretty strong. But after that, it's like the redemption arc of one and the full fall of the other one were both kind of just buildups to other things, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't either things we already know or things that they've been hinting at for ages now and just haven't committed to.
Yeah.
So it left me. I loved Tales of the Jedi for the fact that it told complete stories and it added to the lore. It added to the history of everything we already love, right?
Yeah.
This didn't. It just gave us a few bits for one character and left us completely, flummoxed as to what they're going to do next with the other one. So
to that point about Tales of the Jedi, Dooku and Ahsoka are A players.
God, yeah,
right. I mean, they're top tier characters. Now we're dealing with Barriss and Morgan.
Yeah.
And that's the Empire. When I think Empire,
level when it comes to
when I think Empire, I'm thinking the plates on the chest. I'm thinking Vader. I'm thinking Palpatine. I'm thinking Royal Guards and Biker Scouts. I'm thinking AT-ATs and stuff.
Empire.
I'm not thinking Grievous. The last thing in my mind when I hear Empire is a Grievous scene.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, take that 3 episodes of Morgan and put it just as a side story for later for the Mandoverse, right? That's a cool story. Oh, we know more about Morgan. We know where this happened. We got some Thrawn. We got Benedict Cumberbatch Thrawn. Like, right? Like somebody really wanted that casting.
The
done.
look.
Yeah, he looked just like him. Yeah. Yeah, Admiral Captain or is it Admiral or Captain Palion? It's
okay. There's the
right
problems.
there.
That's a problem because that's way too young, right there. He's still Admiral Thrawn, or is he Admiral Thrawn? We're in the wrong time frame. He doesn't. He's Grand Admiral in Rebels, and they're not hooked up in Rebels yet. They're not hooked up in the books. They're not even hooked up. Pelion showed up at the Battle of Lothal and wouldn't go attack, but not because of his loyalty to Thrawn, just because he didn't like the plan or whatever was going on. It had nothing to do with Thrawn. So him knowing him that early is a problem to me. That as far as all the other canon.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You guys have consumed the Thrawn books, and to have, I mean, as somebody like me who hasn't, and I look at it, I'm like, oh, cool, makes sense, right? Boom, boom, and so that's another thing to be like, all right, there's the movies, the cartoon, or whatever's on streaming, it takes precedent over novels, which it shouldn't if you're going to have this canon umbrella.
And knowing Pelion is one thing, but being a part of Thrawn's fleet is another thing entirely.
And like working for him like that, like being close to him and stuff. That seemed like he was doing his bidding. And in the books, he wasn't with him yet. It wasn't. It wasn't Eli. Who was the person with him that he kept promoting up? Do you remember? It's been a minute. I've read those, had those, or listened to so many.
Eli Vanto? It was Eli Vanto.
Eli was book 1, and he let him go back to the Ascendancy to help them. We still don't know what happened to Eli, right? Yeah. But he had the new person in charge of the Chimera, and I cannot think. Kept promoting.
I don't remember who that is.
Well, either way, that's who he was with at Rebels. That's where we were. So because he got pulled off with Price.
Yeah.
So what Gavin is saying here is that he says there's about 40 other characters he'd rather see get back to backstory snippets on. Yes, and I agree. Like I said, with we're looking at when I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, cool. We got the first episode of the Morgan was her basically on Dathomir as the assault's going on during the Clone Wars, and she loses her powers because her sisters were wiped out and it was all connected, like. Right. So, okay. So I'm like, oh, okay. We're going to get like an origin thing. But I'm like, but when is this going to be like Morgan Empire?
Right.
Like we know from Mandalorian that she led a fleet shipyard on Corellia. That was her role in the Empire.
Was it Corellia or Corbin?
I thought it was Corellia when we went to Ahsoka, didn't we? Was
Corbin.
It?
In Ahsoka, we were in Corellia. We were in her, I think.
She led that little compound in
Corvus in the planet
Corvus, but as her role in the Empire, she ran that shipyard on Corellia, and that's why they went there to explore. Remember, and they had that big hyperdrive. So I thought, okay, we're gonna get her in the Empire because it's called Tales of the Empire, right? So, and of course, in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, I know why they're doing this for Morgan because it's just it's gonna mean more things in the Ahsoka and Mando and all that stuff going forward.
A little bit, but she's gone.
You're right. Is she? I don't know. Asajj is back with no explanation.
But
somehow,
at the same time, here, I was kind of hoping that maybe it would explain, not explain, but kind of give us some kind of clue as to what her role was, what it was that was happening on Peridia. Something, and
Thrawn's connection with her and the Night Sisters, why he would know about Peridia. All we're doing is building ships, and that she designed the Defender. It wasn't Thrawn's idea,
right?
That just took a little bit of Thrawn away.
Took that away from Thrawn.
Yeah, you love how that happens.
Yeah. A Tales of the Empire would have been a Thrawn backstory would have been so much better, I think. And then you have that.
Yes,
you're going to give me a Veers or a Piet or a Mahdi.
But a Thrawn makes so much sense, right?
Thrawn does make sense.
And then you have that more. Even if you want to take the Defender program away from him, fine. Like even in the Thrawn thing, and have Morgan come in as this little crossover. But that would have been, I think, more Empire than more. And again, I do want to say this. Like I'm not taking away from what we got because it was awesome what we got. It was just that we're trying to put this in its place when it comes to like we got the Jedi, we got Empire. Did we? You know what I mean? Like
that's all.
Really
they weren't bad at all, right? They
Yeah.
weren't bad, but they weren't earth shattering, and they weren't Dooku and Ahsoka. Dooku and Ahsoka were top-notch series on top-notch characters.
Yeah.
These were good-looking series with B-list, C-list players, really.
Yeah. And the Tales of the Jedi were also emotionally draining too. I mean, you watch those and you feel, what's happening with those characters, so you feel everything that's going on with them. You know, these I just didn't. I couldn't care.
Barris was wild, right? Because Barris, it was very like, it was apathetic.
It started great. Like it started like I was on the heels of my seat, with the Inquisitors and Vader and all that stuff. And it's like, and then
until Vader.
Well, Vader came in and sat down, said nothing. I'm all perfect. But again, that was the beginning of it, right? And I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? And then
that was it. It looked beautiful, right? Hey, some of the shots in there, Vader looked like live action when he was sitting. Like, that was really good. And there was also who was it? I said Marco when
it was the other I don't know what.
Oh, Lynn, the fifth sister, or whatever it was. Lynn, they called her. Leave a Lynn. Yeah, Lynn.
Lynn.
She looked super live action.
Really good.
Really good. So some of the best looking animation, hands
I
down.
agree.
These Tales of the Jedi are way up there in animation, sound, acting. It's all fine. The shows were fine, but you know what happens when if I hear fine, I know what that means. It ain't fine. It's just like, I could have done without it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do without Dooku and Ahsoka. Both those I need.
Right. And that's what you're looking for with these little side stories. You want something that you need, that you want to revisit because it's so good.
Yeah.
I don't have a need to.
Boba Fett hunting for the Empire would have been it.
Yeah. I just revisited Tales of the Jedi, and I could go back and watch it again right now. I watched Tales of the Empire once. I'm good.
I won't revisit it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. And I'll get onto a little soapbox here in a second about it. Another soapbox. Obi-Wan Shingon is checking in. Hello, boys, listening in to get all my Star Wars show spoilers. Absolutely.
See, and I feel like, it's probably me, and I'm contagious about it. I know, but I feel like we're complaining all the time. Right?
Yeah,
they're giving us good looking stuff. They're giving us cool stuff, and they're giving us things like Bad Batch. We complained the entire episode really about Bad Batch, but it tied up what it was supposed to tie up. It just didn't tie up. It just didn't tie up the stuff it gave us. And then this, they just wanted to. They said they're going to give us side stories about characters. Nothing that's going to be monumental. And honestly, if you didn't have the Dooku story, it still would have been his stories didn't really change for anybody else besides maybe us. Ahsoka's story was still the same. It's just you could do without them. They're just side stories for us to digest. But it's like if you're gonna name it Tales of the Empire, like I said, we need the gray in there. It just needs to be Imperial gray everywhere. Talking about the Empire stuff, not Night Sisters and Light Sisters.
Inquisitors because they're working for the Empire. It's in that era, right? And I'm cool with that. But we got. Like I said, it was like maybe 5 minutes of a 30-minute Barriss Offee story that she was only an Inquisitor for like a little bit, and she had more of the moral dilemmas than any other ones. Like actually,
that's a pretty good point. She was one of the first Inquisitors.
Yeah,
right. That was like the first set, which included Merrick too, prison. By the way, and the one that fought Ahsoka in Tales of the Jedi. Yeah. So I mean, that's a pretty cool. That's neat.
I wonder if she would have been the second sister, if Leah or whatever her name was
Lynn.
The first sister.
Lynn.
Was the first sister. Maybe she was the second sister, and you had the first brother and the second brother.
Yeah, and that's where I was like, okay, because I think I turned to Chris. I said, okay, here's just there's a little bit of a feeling when it comes to this stuff, and I know again, I'm not saying it for Empire, I'm saying it for the overall story about the Inquisitors. How Lynn was just like she went from 0 to 60 and like kill all Jedi. I'm gonna gut every Jedi. I'm like, you were just a Jedi yesterday. Like
how very Anakin of her. How very Anakin of her.
Yeah, but
but it wasn't like anybody talked her into. Like she was waiting for it. Right? Like he begrudgingly did it. He was doing it to save lives or save a life and all this crap.
Right. Yeah, he's not.
She just said, "Oh, I can."
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like even the Grand Inquisitors, you were a guard. It's like you were neutral, and then next day you're like, "Oh, Empire forever, kill all Jedi." How quickly did all these Inquisitors turn? So my question is, well, what I wanted to see was that build up, that they had that hatred going all this time, and then this thing kind of boiled up into where it's presented, where the Grand Inquisitor was like, I have this program, they're like, sign me up. It just seemed way too fast. Hey, Ernie, what's up, man?
Happy 500. Good evening. Thank you, sir.
Evening.
We just did the 500 episode. Yes.
Yeah.
It was great. 500 listeners, 500 episode.
Oh yeah, man. You're going strong.
I'm trying.
Did you happen to watch Tales from the Empire?
No, I have not yet.
Okay.
All right. Well, it was good seeing you, Ernie.
I mean,
we're pretty well through it. But I mean, honestly, guys, I mean, there wouldn't have been much outside of the trailer that to spoil.
No, there was nothing.
There weren't surprises. There weren't.
It's going to be their stories,
things.
Right? I mean, this is all filler, right? I mean, because from Ahsoka, it was great filler to add on. There was nothing like,
exactly what we just said. Exactly, yeah.
To the T. Okay, so it's filler, right? But I do want to see it. I haven't had a chance.
The thing was, it was filler with 2 A-list characters done super well with cool with cool sidekicks, right? Jedi was. Empire was not Imperial, and they're seared.
It wasn't an Empire, really. It was
right.
Like
so
who knows the Empire.
That's the wild bit.
So was it?
And even the stuff that they added with Dooku, I mean, it was the fall of Dooku. We got to see him fall, right? I mean, that's not filler right there. That's
you're right.
Freaking important.
Yeah, and it was during important pieces of the saga, right? Like you got to see the kind of like in season 7 of Clone Wars, you got to see the other side of things happening, like Phantom Menace. Right. You're in the palace, you're in the temple while Qui-Gon's out dealing with this
exactly. And to Marco's point, that's what we needed to see with Barriss and the other Inquisitors to an extent. Even if it was, it has been 3 years since the fall of the Republic. These Jedi have been through this training, because already these exist already. Here's Barriss Offee and these others, coming to join their ranks. Something like that, it's
Barriss has made sense, right? Because she had conflict with with being an Inquisitor. She was conflicted with it. Like, I don't think I'm like built like this, but the other ones were like saw red. As soon as the Order 66 happened, I saw red, and it was like I kill them all. And I was telling Chris, I'm like, okay, there had to have been some sort of like either Sidious got to him early, or Dooku got to him, or they might have been a group of Jedi who was disenfranchised with it and ready to go, but to the extreme of going out and hunting and killing them all. That was like kind of abrupt.
It's also kind of weird to okay, first we see the building of Inquisitorius, right? Which
was cool.
That was cool. But why do you take somebody who's obviously not 100% in? Right? Like, no. You're coming with us, and we're gonna go to this top secret place, and you're gonna learn about this top secret program, and yada. Like, she's not in. She said no to your sales pitch.
Yeah.
So you're pulling Jedis who said like maybe.
Like she was
basically.
Barriss was in prison. They just said, we're freeing you, and we're gonna basically this is what's happening, and do you want to be an Inquisitor? I mean, that kind of quick. And she's like, I guess, okay, like because she was disenfranchised with the Jedi, but I didn't think she wanted to. Like,
she was questioning things. She did something with the other sister. She stopped something. What did she block? A kid or something from getting killed? I forget now.
She saved the kid that just went ape on that town, dude. But real fast, I just want Diablo Cooling, welcome. He says he understands what we're saying about Tales of the Empire. Good. Just saying, I love the series and the story of it. 100%. This is not something that I think we want more. We want all more. We're just breaking it down and getting again. Well, a lot of times what we do is we talk about what we're presented, and then we'll talk about how cool the show was. Like, there were some really cool points to it. But again,
it's just trying to name things. If you're going to put them in books, if you're going to put them this is the Jedi and this is the Empire. This is not the Empire. Agree? Yeah. The very first point, Ernie, was it started out really good with Grievous. Well, that's problem number one. Is Grievous is not the Empire.
Yeah. Showing a build.
If anything, Grievous is the rebellion.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean. Yeah, if you're getting Morgan's, like I said, origin and kind of stuff like they gave us a little bit of a check marks on what Morgan, her nice sister magic, all that stuff. And I get that. Yes. It helped us explain her kind of her role in Ahsoka, right? As far as like how she knew Thrawn, and all, like,
Okay.
So it did help, but again,
it did.
It's
explain why she doesn't have the markings. Explains a lot of stuff. It was in the battle when Dathomir got blasted. It was cool.
I do have a question though. So if her shipyard is on Corellia, is she strip mining Corvus to take those pieces, all the stuff to Corellia to build the fighters and stuff? Or
that's where she lives. She doesn't work where she lives.
But
I'm glad what you said that.
I don't know.
It also showed in the distance what looked like a factory.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if she has multiple.
Maybe she was in charge of that sector. So is Corvus and Corellia next to each other?
Well, if you're doing resources, you have to have a refinement, right?
Yeah.
So the factory would just be like we have all those cement factories and stuff around here, I imagine.
Yeah.
So you got a bunch of refineries around, and they ship those parts or
Yeah.
those metals or whatever they're doing to Corellia. I thought it was all right there, to be honest with you. But you're right. There's no ships in the air, so I guess that makes no sense. So it's strictly now.
Yeah.
When you said that, it reminded me. You know what? That's the most Imperial thing they could have done, because she went up and made a sales pitch, right? Yep. And she's like, "This is what we're going to make these TIE Defenders."
Oh, yeah.
And I have this whole sector of planets with resources.
Yeah.
And the Empire's like, great. We don't really care about any of this. We're going to go get those resources and push her to the side type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
And that's like, that was super Imperial.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that was the cool 5 minutes. But then to the point when it comes up and Thrawn likes the idea and it was her idea that he took. And I don't know, it was just all wacky.
I mean, the give and take away.
Thrawn stuff was good.
The takeaways from Tales as far as like, okay, how, if we have our, you know, again, canon, whatever has happened, it's like, okay, Thrawn didn't come up with the TIE Defender. He stole it basically from Morgan Elsbeth.
Morgan didn't steal it. He just it's her idea. He's just using it, but
incorporated her stuff. But in Rebels, it was him. You know,
I guess that's kind of like Tarkin didn't design the Death Star, right? I guess so. I just go that way. I just
saying
a little bit.
Yeah.
Give somebody else credit for something like a Sarlacc.
Thrawn doesn't need credit. He's just a badass. He knows it.
Oh, as long as his team wins, he doesn't care.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Is that a wine glass, Fancy Pants?
Oh no, it's just a little. I guess so. It's just a water. What do they call it? Not a tumbler, a goblet.
Goblet. It's fancy.
Goblet.
Chalice.
Something frothy.
It is chalice.
Yes, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
Rick Jones checking in. He liked both stories, but Barris, I thought, was the one who needed closure.
Bingo.
We needed closure, and it was like I said. I thought her story was cool, like for what it was, whatever. And I was just kind of like, okay, that was fun. But did we get closure at the end? I know it's a spoilery for Ernie and whoever hasn't watched it, but
I'm gonna watch them, and it's good. It's fine.
Okay. Well,
so was it just Barris and Morgan? That was it?
Yeah.
Those were the focus.
There wasn't? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, with other characters on the side, but it was them. It was
their focus. Yeah.
But again, with Barris, we've got a situation where there is no closure, like as he was saying, as Rick Jones was it Rick Jones? Rick Jones said it. But not only was there no closure, but there was also, I am going to rescue these people and send them away to this place where they can be safe, like other people do in other shows.
Like
to be safe, Jedi kids.
Can they just say that at some point? Somebody disconnect a show, for God's sakes.
Just say the words.
Yeah,
say the words, and at least that will make me go, thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hesitation is on it. I really, because it's like, you know, but yeah. So the path was teased, and then Barris is,
and then Rhino Hobby's note right there. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So. Yeah. Rhino Hobby's saying, I wish there was a moment with Vader and Barris. Okay. Vader didn't speak. Rook was in it. He didn't speak. It was just there. Like they did not have the budget for voice acting on
Warwick Davis or James Earl Jones. Get somebody else to do them for once. Like have Mark Thompson do them for a second.
Yeah. Vader, well, I mean, again, he came in, he sat down.
It looked cool.
It looked cool.
As much as is though, as a voice actor, wouldn't you feel a certain type of way about that though?
That you weren't included? Yeah, of course.
But no. You mean like using a different one?
Oh, yes. Different one.
Yeah,
of course.
Well, they're so good in the video games.
Ernie's been doing Jedi whoever forever. We don't need Ernie for the whole thing, so let's let Chris do it. I'd be like, what the?
But James Earl Jones signed over the rights of his voice to Lucasfilm. They can synthesize speech for him now without.
So they can make it. Oh, okay. So they can do that.
Rick Jones saying right there,
and they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Well, see, no sense. So, and he didn't have to.
So he
didn't have to speak so much. Even if he'd have just walked by her and went like this a little bit, right, like just stepped and sensed her, and like you see his fist clench. Anything so small like that, just to know that she was there and he knew it. That's all I wanted. Because now he sits down completely just Vader, and without giving one iota of care about her, and that's lame for that character in the overall story. Not thinking in canon, right? For the character, that's dumb. You just make that happen. Good for her for not being recognized, because I'm sure it could have been a problem. But I mean, like
she did put the mask on right away, but.
Censor,
but she doesn't know that's Anakin.
She doesn't, but he should. He should sense that. I know they're not super close, but there's anger there. There's something in his past with her.
You sensed it if your thoughts betray you. It's not just something that.
And I'm sure she saw him face up, didn't she?
It's Vader, not Anakin, though. She doesn't know it.
They don't know it's him seeing her. I don't care about her recognizing him. I just care about him.
Well, but Vader would only sense it if she recognized him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's you don't just like you don't just. You have to. Your thoughts have to betray you for that to happen. Not. No,
it's the dark side clouds things. He wouldn't be sensed. It would be her. And I thought she had her mask off for a minute.
She for a quick sec. Yeah, he saw her. He definitely saw her.
Yeah, that's all I needed. Yeah. And then he just needs to walk by, give a glance, and clench his fist, and I'm cool. I don't need a word. But since he just walked by without a second,
just say it happened. Just say it happened. He was staring at her the whole time. That's
that'd have been better. They would have had to make that to make it dramatic.
But the camera focusing on it, I get it. Yeah.
If they keep doing that though, then you want the next step, right? So if he clinches the fence and you want a little cough from her. Like it was a tiny joke.
No, I just mean him holding it back, like he's just
right. Not here.
That's Anakin's problem.
Yeah,
you know that's what I like. If that was in a book, a certain point of view book, that's what I want him to think. That's the Jedi's problem, not to deal with that. You know, it's not a Vader issue. You know, so I know you can't get that kind of deep thought out of a cartoon head, right? Without a voiceover, which wouldn't work.
Sure,
you know,
but yeah, I mean,
it's not. And there I was.
Again, you were trying to get it.
Again, it sounds like we're bitching about it all, though. But I mean, the second episode with Barris was incredible too. Whenever they go on the hunt, you know, and they're actually actively hunting Jedi and stuff.
Yeah.
That was a great episode. You don't know Ernie, don't me.
No, I'm saying. No, that sounds cool. Yeah.
That's the thing. You're right. Though
the hate that was a part of the too. And I was going to tell Scott. I think what it is we're all too spoiled with all the Star Wars we're getting now. We elaborate on what we could. What Chris just said. Wouldn't it be cool if this? And then I'm thinking, a little cough would have been awesome. Yeah. So we want this more to the story when at the same time, we didn't even have these for years.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden in the last couple of years, we have TV shows, cartoons. Yeah. We have more shows on the podcast, like everything as far as let's elaborate more on this. So we're getting too spoiled, and when it's not happening, like
I do want they just gave us exactly what they said they were going to give us.
Yeah,
right? Stories to fill in things. Yeah, that batch, like we said, just cleared up exactly what it was supposed to clear up, but we added all the they added the breadcrumbs. Yeah. We took it to
we are our own worst enemy. Yeah, that is what it all boils down.
We actually before the show we talked about X-Men, watching X-Men '97. Marco's behind. Are you watching it?
Good.
All right, dude. See, we want to go beyond, but Clown over there hasn't watched any of them yet. So next week's Beyond, we'll do that.
But when it's all wrapped up, nice.
Dude, because each week I'm not theory crafting all week, man.
So next week we'll do X-Men because I need to schedule that in.
Yes.
But you know what I mean? Like right now, are you theory crafting next week's X-Men? Hell no. You're just gonna let it ride and hope something cool happens. It's awesome, right?
I was gonna say that.
I enjoy it. I pump my fist because we're not doing shows on it. We're not into that universe so deep that it matters, right?
Yeah.
So we get to just enjoy it. And this is
that's the show where you sit back and enjoy it.
That's all filler, no filler.
But our Star Wars, though, we love and we want more, and when we do this and like that. So Scott's absolutely right. We don't hate it. We're not trying to make it sound like that. It's just the passion behind it and how we want more now because of how much we've been given.
Yeah. But we're also not making this stuff up as far as like what we talk when we make the connections. We're not just throwing that out there.
Oh no!
So when we're trying to clamor for the path or Asajj or something like that, this isn't something like we're like trying to force a connection. This is like They just said it. We're waiting for the payoff, and
we don't have a whole lot of
happen.
time. I mean, how many shows are there going to be to have to connect? Just start.
Speaking of the connection, though, Scott, were you able to throw these in the new timeline?
The Tales of the Empire and what
Tales
else?
of the Empire.
Yeah, it's in the timeline.
You debuted your timeline, so you know exactly where they're at now. Like we can off of these episodes, we know where it's happening.
These episodes kind of go.
I'm gonna have to. I don't know, and that's a good question for you guys to talk about the timeline. Do we want to?
Well, let's do that after show. Let's do that after show. All
right,
let's not whiteboard it in front of everybody. We want dragons and inclusion. Okay, let's just let's whiteboard it. No, let's just roll. Okay,
I'm on it.
All right.
Cool.
That's
what I was saying. From not watching it yet, can you place where everything is?
Yes, absolutely.
They put some characters with them. You can see either whether it's Grievous is obviously helping, right?
And we go into the New Republic in one of them. We are firmly lodged in New Republic time in one of the episodes, and it's like, okay, so we had one episode of the Empire with this particular character. Now we're in the New Republic. We're all over the place in this. Yeah. We're
Clone Wars,
Republic, Empire,
and the Empire part is iffy. It's like mid-Empire because Thrawn's an admiral.
Yeah.
So we're kind of pitching right in the maybe the 8 years, almost halfway.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I can't wait for another one. I can't wait for Tales of the Empire Part 2 with Thrawn and Veers.
Just do more than 2 characters at a time, maybe. I don't know. We're getting greedy.
We don't need 3 episodes per. We could add 6 individual Imperial stories and be great.
Just do a bunch of short stories about different people. I don't need the life story of Barriss. That's a good point. One quick story to wrap Barriss up. You could give me 20 minutes. Knock that out. You know?
I mean, it was a lot of you could have taken those 3 episodes and put it into a 15-minute thing too. So
give me 6 different characters, like you do with Visions.
Yeah. Like I said, let's give me
I'll suggest that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Next board meeting.
Text them. Text Filoni.
That was really smart, dude.
Yeah. We need 6 individuals. I mean, we're getting to this point, So we don't.
Why are we cutting this into 2 characters? It worked once.
Exactly.
Stop going to the well.
Again, Ahsoka and Dooku, 100%, 3 episodes. That was great, but
that's the trick. A-list character, top tier characters, right? Top shelf.
Imagine if this was
everybody else. Nice, delicious crumb and sliced noodles and all. These guys get 1 episode.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine if this was Tarkin and Thrawn,
TK421,
like the 2 biggest Imperials.
Then you roll. That's what it should have. That's like I said. That was my problem. That's actually my only problem that started the whole thing. Really was when you say Empire.
Well, we're looking for it, right? Chris and I were looking. Yeah, we're like
Star Destroyers all over the place.
Chris, where's the Empire?
This ain't the Empire.
So there was that shot though above Corvus where the Star Destroyers were flying in, and it was Thrawn's fleet, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and that had a combination, right? That had a combination of ships of Old Republic,
Old Republic, and or the Republic ships, and there was 2 Star Destroyers that had that angled, and then because the one with Thrawn was the proper Star Destroyer. The 2 next to him were like Republic Star Destroyers in transit. I mean,
I think I read somewhere that was the first canonical view of a Star Destroyer, but it didn't seem. Again, he was the admiral. That wasn't far off.
Yeah. And he had a regular.
Oh, it wouldn't have been because Solo saw Star Destroyers.
Yeah, that was 10 years. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so I mean, again, we love it. We enjoyed it. And I think
when you play back the last 20 minutes, it won't sound like it, but we did.
But I mean, hey, if we couldn't dissect it the way we do, I mean, why have a show, right? So
otherwise, clap hands. Otherwise, it's awesome. It's boring.
Yeah. Otherwise, Star Wars like everything else. Just sit back and watch. No.
highlight Rhino Hobby's last comment though. I guess I could have. I was hoping Vader would have run her through with a saber, but that's not family friendly. There were so many people dead by saber in this thing. I don't think it would have mattered. This was not a family friendly anime.
Evil Lynn went crazy. She was taking families out.
Yeah, when Barriss saved the child from the onslaught that happened. Oh man, that was awesome.
Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. We just got stuck in the minutia.
It's cool. Exactly. We got stuck. That's perfect. That's a great way to segue into something that's gonna be stuck in that minutia of it. it was enjoyable. It was good, but
we got another freaking redemption. We didn't need another goddamn redemption.
Again, with Barris, I didn't see her as full evil anyway, so it was again. But
her flashback scene made me more empathetic, right? And kind of going through that. So I was like, get it. Not as soon as they did that, you knew where it was going.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, but you're right. I mean, it's like she was trying to do the right thing in Clone Wars, I suppose, in the wrong way.
She was trying to. Again, we can go into it, but like, I don't think that she was ready to fight the Jedi. She was ready to say F them. That was her point. Saying,
she did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's way better.
But not a call to arms, like fight the Jedi. But just saying.
Yeah, because nobody would listen on fight the Jedi, but F the Jedi, we would have had people. That's where the Inquisitors came from. That was the marketing tactic. They tried first. The first 3 weeks, they're like, fight the Jedi. Nobody's listening. Then they put up their F the Jedi, and it was like, boom. Couldn't stop the recruits. So they misunderstood a lot of it, so half of them walked back out. But, thinking it was something different. But the other half stayed.
And digressing. Okay, so.
And that's where the 4 Inquisitors came from. And that's why the one's wearing the zipper mask later. Oh, no, that's
the one is zipper mask. Let's talk about
that's the one coming up. Sorry.
Yeah, no. On was it May 4th or May 3rd that we got the next the official trailer?
Mayish.
Okay, yeah. It was last week. We got the official trailer of the Acolyte. The other one was a teaser, and then they had the people who went and saw Phantom Menace saw a 2-minute fight scene, extended fight scene along with the trailer that was dropped or some new footage and stuff. So there was some cool new footage on there, and I don't know if anybody has seen it. The Acolyte, it got me a little bit settled in. Again, this is a time frame where I don't have to have there's nothing that's new where I have to have these things checked off on my list. This is the show where it's so far back and kind of so far removed in a way that I will sit back and take it all in, and then we will talk about episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, and all that stuff. So I'm happy with that, and I'm thrilled of what the trailer presented. The trailer looked really cool. It had some really cool. It had some more information on these Jedis, like who was this and who was that, and we got our first glimpse at the villain. We got the first glimpse at the villain, and so the trailer shot was this dude, or dudette or dude, who knows? But
I think we all know.
It's kind of cool, right?
It's very cool.
Awesome. Reminiscent of the Knights of Ren, like Kylo Ren's mask a little bit.
Super Kylo's mask. Now that you look at it in the back, and everything, right?
Yeah,
the shape of it, definitely.
Is that teeth?
It looks like teeth, man. And I'm going to give you another shot that I found on Facebook. I don't know where the shot came from, but that is the front view. Like, awesome.
This is why I was saying this is why we think it's female, is because this view is very narrow.
No broad shoulders, right?
This is where I'm catching it's the main character.
I'm with Rhino Hobbies. It's very Joker-ish.
Yeah. I mean,
creepy as hell.
Dude, sinister. Like, come on. Darth Sinister right here. I'm with it, man. Like, this is cool. Okay.
Has anybody seen a face in the red? I see an eye and a nose and a cheek.
Oh yeah,
I kind of do too. The way it's the reflection right there. Yeah.
Oh, so is that somebody staring at her? Maybe then,
or it's just the light,
or her light, or lightsaber's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I see it. I see what you're seeing. Though.
Yeah, I did too. As soon as you said it, like hit me in the face. Now it's hard to pick it out. It's weird. It's like a cloud. It keeps moving.
Yeah.
But the cracks in it, the repaired cracks in it.
Right.
Really.
Again,
Brenish, so
that's why a lot of people, there has been a lot of chatter out there about
the monkeys
this
again?
being Knights of Ren versus a Sith.
Yeah.
And
I'm way better with that dude.
Are you?
How
okay.
much cooler would that be?
I don't know.
That way,
the
millennia stuff still sticks, right? There's not been a Sith in a millennia. This gives us some information on the Ren. If that's the case.
So,
cool.
So I guess the thing would be this, and it would be like, okay, and I'm cool, and I honestly, again, so far removed from it. If it is a Knights of Ren store or whatever they're in, you're 100% right, because even if it's the whole, everybody knows about this, they can say this is a Ren, not a Sith, and that still stands, right? The the Millennium stuff.
But I think Ernie, were you gonna say something right there? Because I had another point on that. Were you gonna say something?
What?
I thought you were gonna say something right then before I jumped. I was gonna jump in real quick.
No, I'm sorry. No,
doesn't mean this Knights of Ren don't work for a Sith.
Right, with the origins, right? We don't know what the origins. We have known nothing about them.
I mean, they're working for Palpatine with really. Oh yeah, he even sends them after Kylo. They're working for Palpatine, so there would be no reason not to work for Tenebris or whomever.
In the comics, they
You're
work
making me
for
go to the sequels.
In the comics, they work for Kira. They're mercenaries that actually take a job for Kira to kill Jabba the Hutt. I want to say, I think I don't know. It was convoluted.
I don't remember them working for Palpatine in the sequels. You talking about?
They're in.
Well,
they're at the palace fighting Kylo, or at the palace on Exegol fighting Kylo. Who sticked them on him?
Yeah, you're right. Why would they? Yeah, I don't want to visit it, man. Like, I have to go back and watch.
No, they even
Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
Okay. In the Rise of Kylo Ren comic book, here I am with comics again. It is Snoke sends Ben to them. So, and Snoke is essentially Palpatine,
right?
Because he has every voice you have ever heard inside.
Palpatine was running the whole thing the whole time somehow.
No.
Yeah.
There's no.
I'm not saying you're wrong. Listen, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm rejecting it. That's what I'm doing.
I know you're rejecting the sequels, is what you're doing.
Exactly. I don't care.
You're not allowed to.
You told me I can't.
No,
I have to stop.
Canon's
I have to
canon.
Stop.
That's all I'm just saying. Yeah, you don't have to bitch about it. I just have to accept
up to Ahsoka. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Oh
up to Ahsoka. Until Ahsoka and Mando tells me otherwise.
Until we get a reboot and make the galaxy great again, we are not.
But if the Acolyte is going to do that, then that's fine. I don't care. That's fine. I'm not alone on that, by the way. But anyway.
No, I just think that's a cool way to do it. And see this, and maybe at the end of this they get put off and they become mercenaries or whatever, and that's what they end up for the next 100 years.
I almost got I'm kind of disappointed in the thinking of this with Acolyte if it is not Sith. Like I know what you're saying, like it still could be, right? It still could be because here I'm doing it. Wait, Scott, here I'm doing this where it was like Tenebrae and Pelagius. And I'm like, okay, I should not expect it whatsoever, but there's a part of me that is, and that's a part of me that needs to stop doing that and just get the. And like I said, if the Acolyte presents a story within it, and it happens to do, like I said, with the night, I think I'm cool with that. But I'm also be like, damn it, there's an opportunity to get. We'll never see it. We'll never do it because. But that again, that's my problem.
It could be both. It doesn't have to be or.
When legends are so well done, and not every Legends book was so well done, but whenever Legends books are so well done as the Darth Plagueis book was, it's really hard to let it go, right? Yeah. I mean, if it was like the Courtship of Princess Leia was a shit book. It was an awful book, right? If they decided to follow that and I'd be like, why the hell did you have to follow that, right? But because that was a terrible story. But this Plagueis, if they were to just completely, if they just wrote that verbatim and put it in the movie, it'd be incredible.
They know their lore, right? The story group knows the lore. They're not going to allow it to completely change because they know what that'll do.
Right. What? All right, here we go. What if the Sith uses the Knights of Ren to hide? What if the Sith uses the Knights of Ren to hide? What if the original form of the Knights of Ren wasn't some, voiced by Christian Slater, long-haired dude playing Ren, but what if it was this person? What if this person was the original Ren and they were a Sith? And once they gain that foothold on power, then they let the Knights of Ren just be the Knights of Ren.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'd be awesome. Actually, that would be interesting.
Is that ready?
I'm a little flabbergasted right now. Are you trying to say that the first Knights of Ren was Happy Harry Hardon?
Yes. Yeah. The in Star Wars Lego, the Halloween special.
He said it. He said it.
Yeah. Christian Slater was the voice of Ren in the Halloween special a couple years ago.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now you know.
I'll allow it.
Talk hard, my friend. Talk hard.
Yes.
Oh man, that was almost a segue into our last topic, but I don't know if we're done with Acolyte yet.
No. Yeah, exactly. No,
But the thing with the Acolyte, like you mentioned, it's so
man.
far back that we shouldn't have to theory craft a lot of stuff. The problem is it's still in a time where we had Legends material. At least it bumps up to Legends material.
Sure.
And that's going to be kind of the issue. And also, you have several characters that are alive. Ramesses, Yoda, I'm sure Yaddle, Jabba the Hutt is alive. Plagueis is alive. Tenebris is alive. Chewbacca is alive. Yeah. You know, there's all these characters are alive with potential to see them. So you're still in that world where you can go, oh shit, I might bump into somebody, or I should see somebody. Let me see a cameo. We're still in that world. You probably had to go back. God, you have to go back 1,000 years, really. To get
you have to get away from it all. Yeah,
you have to get beyond Yoda in order to not theory craft. Because anytime you have anybody that's anchored to the old stuff, you're gonna immediately go to the
100%.
I know. Like I said, there was some chatter about Ren and the Knights of Ren and stuff, and I'm good with that. So
it looks good. Look at the cape, everything, the mask. I don't even see how it
screams Knights of Ren, dude.
Like if it's not, I'm actually going to be like, why?
Yeah.
You know, now that we've seen that picture, both sides of it, especially that back, dude. When you first see it, you're like, all right, that's cool. Could be like an Inquisitor, but you see that back, that is intentionally a Knight of Ren helmet.
Yeah.
Very Kylo. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, and the cape. They would all wear those raggedy ass looking things, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it, man. Like,
yeah. And the fact that it's fixed like that.
Yeah. Does this remind anybody else of the Tommy Knockers?
Yeah.
Stephen King movie. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Mouse like a ghoulie. We're all over the place on this thing.
The teeth on it.
Yeah.
The teeth on it is crazy. That's like
who does that?
Sith do that. The Darths do that, right? They're the ones who
do they though?
Sure.
Name another Sith with teeth in their face, with teeth on their mask.
Well, the other Inquisitor that had that, the death beak. Yeah,
I'm gonna lose my mind if it moves.
Nihilus. Oh,
Vader doesn't, because Vader doesn't, and we've had the voice, right?
Yeah.
Then Kylo Ren, we were shown the same voice behind the helmet, right? Of the difference.
Yeah.
That exaggerated deep inside the helmet voice. If this thing talks and the mouth starts moving, that's
like a Chewbacca mask.
Optimus Prime.
It goes up and down.
Rhino Hobbies. It's a total S&M mask. It looks like something from Hellraiser.
There we go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's do this. Michael, nostalgia checking in, Federation representation. Hope everyone and the families are doing great. Don't forget to cut the sugar soda and try Cherry Coke Zero. Ernie, listen to Scott. Ernie is in the talking in dietary.
I could teach you how. I could teach you how to cook some kick-ass vegetables, my friend.
Ew.
Really?
I could. Just how about steam, not kick-ass? Steam.
No, roasted. It's roasted.
Okay. Yeah. Mando Mike is saying, question, who was the director behind Tales of the Empire? Is their background deep in the lore of Star Wars and a fan? Or is this another pull of a name? Patrick.
I don't think most of them are deep in the lore anymore, right? There's a couple, right? I think J.J. Abrams was one. Filoni's obviously one. Favreau wasn't even. Favreau kind of was, right? But he knew stuff, but it's not like he knew stuff.
Right. he depended on Filoni to bring up
he was. We've heard him missay stuff many times.
But on these two,
buddy,
I'll just say this on these two characters, if this was pulled out of the hat, Morgan Elsbeth is a brand new character. There's no EU on her. You can make up anything you want. It's her interaction.
The connections to the lore, the Pelion Admiral timing thing would be the kind of the retort to that, right? Maybe not, but somebody should have caught that.
I don't know. I
wrong.
Don't read. Yeah, I didn't visit those, so it's like went over my head, and I'm sure it went over 99% of everybody else's that didn't have that in mind, right? So, I don't know. I'm taking your word because you're the guys who read it, and I'm like, well, damn, that's a
in Legends that worked. In Legends that worked. Sure. He was always with them. In here, it wasn't. I can't remember the damn name.
No, they're
liking that captain a lot.
It's 100% important to have it all tie in. It really is, and because again, we'll catch it. You want the continuity there to catch it and all that stuff. But all right, so
damn, you know what? I forgot to on back to Bad Batch. Remember, I told you when you were here, we had there was Arabesh on that screen. I forgot to translate it next week. It just hit me. It just hit me. But okay, watch this. I'll go to it later. But it was in the scene where she was telling Rampart the whole plan, right? Where she was going to break it down. If you go screen by screen as he's going through the clones, there's nothing but lines, right? Where the words would be, nothing but dashes. And all of a sudden, on the very last screen before he goes up there, there's Arabesh around it. And I'm like, oh, cool. So I snapped some shots of it and I completely forgot for like 3 weeks.
I hope it's a word for word what she told him what Necromancer was.
Nice try.
It probably says Necromancer is, and that's it. The screen kind of cuts off right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably turn the page 228 for the end.
All right. Sorry, that was completely off topic. Just hit me to remind me to tell you.
It's fine. That's a great point though. But so like I saw those things about Knights of Ren on the internet, like kind of like just in different, just came up. I really didn't explore it, and I wanted to explore it with you guys more. So I backtrack a little bit on that when I was kind of getting on the sequel thing about because again my mind hasn't gone there in a long time as far as like trying to do this, and I am one to advocate for tying in the sequels and Knights of Ren and clamoring for. I need that. Like Knights of Ren would be awesome. So now I'm on this teeter-totter of the Acolyte when it comes out. I'm like, Knights of Ren, cool, but then it's like no, Plagueis and whatever. But then if you got Plagueis and whatever, then no Knights of Ren, right? But you saying there's room for both. I 100% agree there's room for both. I just they won't do it. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it
it'll be the last minute reveal, the last 5 minutes where you're like, somehow Tenebris was in charge.
Yeah. No, it's one of those things again where we talk about these things, we theory craft it, we build up this thing to be so cool, and then we see it and it's not what we think it is.
It's the direction, right?
It can go one way or the other. It's like, man, or
And like I said, the problem we're having is because we know places to link because we're only 100 years back, and that's the problem. If those links didn't exist, we could sit here and just be excited on what we saw.
Well, promise myself, and I promised Don the deck because I know he told us to sit back and relax sometimes. I know that I going into Acolyte after this trailer, I am more calm about it because it looks dark. It looks dark as far as like the tone of it. It's like there's nothing serious about this. Jokingly, this is going in some very dark moments in this, and I like that tone of it. So I'm going to make a promise of sitting there and just trying to turn my head off and watching it, and then watching the series as it unfolds, and then get into like that also instead of like, well, that was a myth, or that they should, or who is this? And no, again,
it'll have little bits of levity because it's Star Wars, right? And it'll come in the form of that droid, the pocket droid we saw. I don't think it'll be the Wookiee. I would like to see a serious Wookiee and not one that's going to give me a.
Well, I think this whatever his name is on this one. I think. According to the bio, he's a loner. He's by himself. He's isolated.
Oh, good. So he won't be the comedic, right? It'll be that droid we just saw.
Yeah, I'm cool with droid. Just make it all droids as far as like the levity and
the makes sense.
Cool, man. But
they don't know how to be human, so you can laugh at it, right? Because they're trying to be type of thing.
What that trailer presented was again a very dark tone adult Star Wars. I'm like, okay, let's go. All right, like I was super excited for it, man. So.
Yeah. What's the opposite of super adult scary Star Wars?
Hey, everybody in the pit that's been talking about a Star Wars what if. Well, I think we're gonna get it in the form of Lego this September. I don't know if it's a series of shorts like they usually do, or it's a movie.
Looked like
I would love for it to be a movie.
I think it was a movie like the Halloween special, all those, right? That they do.
Yeah, but I think that. I don't know if you guys saw it, but they dropped the trailer May 4th on the Lego thing coming to September, where it was a cool concept of like they blew up the Death Star and there's one magic Lego appeared and kind of like changed the whole
universe.
Blew up the universe, and then now they have these multiverse or this different time frame where you have Ewok bounty hunters, you have like the Death Star turned into something now, like some sort of.
You had X-wing TIE fighter.
X-wing TIE fighter. Dude, it was like everything was mixed match and everything was just upside down. And I was like, hell yeah, that's how you do it in the Lego world.
Because we know it's not canon, and it don't matter a damn.
That's right.
Yeah. And again, Joey's not here for these things, but
come on,
there it is, man.
How
There
you
you go,
miss
Ernie.
Darth Jar Jar?
Jar Jar Jar.
How
right
are we
there.
missing that?
I mean,
He is real.
It's
He
real.
is-
I think this is a direct, like
obvious,
the people at Lego know. I mean, they know all those
yeah.
those things, and they were just like, check this out.
There's a lot in Lego that go like off of fan service.
They do.
They're
A
super
lot.
smart. Super
And I
smart.
Oh
love
yeah.
it.
Even just like a quick saying that you laugh at, and all of a sudden you're like, "Wait a second."
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah. And I'm here for
They
it.
played
Like,
out that whole I am the Senate scene, and that was awesome. I'm like, oh my god, they're really going deep. Like he took his place.
even like when they were doing the whole Vader and Palpatine on vacation, and that their banter was like direct things that we have said that Vader would have said to. It was like so funny, man, and I'm there for it. Now I've been playing the complete saga, the Lego thing. I wish there was a DLC where you take that world and it goes into this, so you play all the movies in the upside down kind of deal. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, they're gonna make one out of this one because that's fun.
If
that looks fun.
I'm hoping it is very well received in that way, because again, we always talk about
they always are.
Yeah, they always are.
The Christmas one was awesome.
They're awesome, dude.
They're all awesome.
I enjoy them.
Guys are smart.
I enjoy them because that's where you go, this is just funny. We can laugh at ourselves. We can laugh at this, and
because they're making fun of us. They're making fun of the movies themselves. They're making fun of everything that everybody else makes fun of. It's it's like a roast.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody sits and enjoys it.
Yeah, Rhino Hobbies. That's why I love Lego Star Wars. I could just be entertained. 100%. It's like no pressure. You're like, what do we do when we go see a movie, a Star Wars movie, or a show comes on? The first thing we do is we take a deep breath. We're like, I don't want, we have to wait for the ripples across the fandom to whatever. This way, it's like a breath of fresh air, man. Like really, it is. I'm so happy that they're continuing that Lego thing every year, and this is great. So I'm so with it. I was so excited. I was more excited for this than it was Tales and the Acolyte.
Honestly,
yeah.
Just because there's no pressure on it. Right?
No pressure.
No
issue.
No care. I don't give a damn what they do in a Lego because you're just gonna laugh.
Yeah.
At it,
exactly.
And they've already dealt with multiverse there. Remember they did with the portals and they jumped around during the Christmas one.
They did the Christmas one.
Right? So, they're totally the what if area. You're right.
That's this is it.
100% the what if.
This is the what if, right?
Man,
and this is great.
Man.
And just don't put that into
don't animate it like Tales of the Empire and we're fine, right? Don't make it nice.
Don't make it nice, but don't use that concept of
gotta be tongue in cheek.
Yeah, don't use the world between worlds or whatever it. Don't do that and just leave it alone.
No,
don't give them ideas over there.
Right. Yeah. All of a sudden, somebody in the regular room is like, "Did you guys see what Lego pulled off?"
Yeah, we can have a crystal.
What if
and it damages crystal and it blows everything up?
Yeah, we find this ancient artifact from the beginning of the Force, and blah blah blah. No, stop.
That's funny.
Stop.
Anyway, that's great. I wish, like I said, I wish Joey was here. That was been his theory since we stood in line and met them in the first place. A Darth Jar Jar theory. He bought into it, and I think he still buys into it. So there you go. It's done. And prayers have been answered.
I'm right behind him.
Yeah.
And Ernie got to be here for the discussion. Joey's missed WrestleMania talks on Beyond. He's missed Godzilla talks. He's missed.
I'm excited to see what they're gonna say. Like, is it what we've been playing out in our head the whole time? Like, there's gonna be no Darth Maul. There's no like
Darth Maul be a good guy. You watch, he'll be on the Jedi Council. Darth Maul on the Council, and
where's Palpatine? Maybe. You're gonna get me theory crafting Lego, dude.
I know. It's exactly what we just said we weren't gonna do. Now who
are the clones gonna be?
Right.
Oh man.
What if they're gonna do like a what if we cloned so and so instead?
Yeah.
Bosk. I mean, just randomly, just somebody.
But Yoda is the Emperor. Yoda is the Emperor. Darth Jar Jar is his apprentice. You go nuts. Just go nuts. Right?
Go nuts. But they're just swapping spots. I'm like, okay, where's Palpatine? Is he the Jar? Is he a Gungan?
He's Obi-Wan. He's Obi-Wan. And
yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
I can't wait. Yeah, I'm excited. When was that coming out?
September. It just said September.
So that's even before Skeleton Crew stuff. So we got Acolyte, Lego. Skeleton Crew we heard was in December now, right?
We heard it was the fall of this year.
Nothing official, but the word I saw was December of this year.
Yeah, I heard this.
That's what came out like 2 days ago, on May 4th. That was announced, but not in an official channel. It was like, I don't think it was Vanity Fair or anything like that, but it was no official word, but rumor has it December.
Yeah. There's a lot of speculation on the fall, and then also Andor 2. There's some speculation on this year too, but we'll see. I'm not expecting it. Not Andor. That would be like the beginning of the next year. You know, about kickoff 2025.
You would have to start it like now, like in June. Let it cook for a while, right? Because you got to get that to August. Then you'd have this. Then you'd have.
Well, Acolyte's going to take us till August. Right.
Yeah.
And
when does Acolyte start again? Oh, June. That starts June. So you can't do that. Okay, that takes to August. And if you started right after August, you'd get through to December just about. So I mean, you could put Andor in there, but you'd be constant Star Wars. Yeah.
That's why I was yeah.
Well, we've got August for the Acolyte to end, right? And then September, we've got this Lego thing, be it a movie or a series, whatever that might be. Then in December, if it's true, we'll have the Skeleton Crew
go through the holidays,
Andor next year around March.
I'm thinking, March, April. Makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. We'll have a couple months in between, and maybe they'll drop another Tales.
But there's a movie coming in there too. Was the movie May or December?
2026.
2026. 25 December.
No.
Oh, that's.
I think we'll see
May 2026 and then December.
We'll see Ahsoka 2, and
I think Ahsoka 2 is probably coming next year, sometime late in the year.
Yeah, they've been filming that already, I'm sure. Ernie.
Yeah, Ernie. Oh, last time we went to him, the whole mic shut off, and I remember. So, hey, if they speed up the harvest, maybe.
Was Paul on the show today? You've seen Paul lately? Is he busy?
Yes, I just talked to him on Monday.
Was he busy?
Is he busy? He's extremely busy.
That's what. Okay, good for him. I'm glad he's busy.
Extremely busy.
That's good. Good to hear.
Wink, wink.
Like I said, I'm rooting for him to be the Nick Fury, man. Pull them all together. He's bringing the gang together. He's
like an X-wing, extremely busy.
Extremely busy.
X-wing, extremely busy.
For May the 4th, he was with Hasbro signing his buckets.
Nice.
Did he tell every time he signed? He goes, "I could be signing Black Series. I could be signing Black Series." How much are they going to use so far, man?
Funko Pop. Get the brother a Funko Pop.
I'm just saying, a character goes a lot further than a helmet.
Right. It's still something though. It gave him a chance to bring it up, right?
Yeah.
So he's
like, "I'm right here. Where's your scanner? Where's your
Let me. He just sits there.
I'll stand here.
The scanner. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
He confronted him, so we'll see. So
he confronted him.
That was awesome.
He's in a room.
Yeah, they had just showed up too at Disneyland on May the 4th while I was there, so that was awesome. Nice. Along with the Clone Trooper bucket, they had that out, and there was a lot going on there. The sabers, the Darth Maul, the Asajj were there. People were going crazy for that. They redid the Kyber crystals. And I
like
wish
the and stuff.
Oh, it looks so good now. They come in canisters, and they're all labeled. Moocher, that blew my mind.
So they have like Darth Vader's, Palpatine.
It comes with a paper, and it says whose it is.
All right,
so you can still get the black. But I was not privy to this information. We're on the hunt again. There is a Ben Solo blue Kyber crystal,
really,
and it's cracked blue with starting red inside.
Really?
Oh, that's just cool.
I know. Cool. And so the canisters, they're in canisters now. They're bigger, where you actually twist it open and lift it out of the thing, and the Kyber crystal's in there, and then it has its label around it.
It's still a random though, right? Like it's still a blind.
That is. Yeah.
So how much for this new presentation? How much did they increase the price?
$17.99.
from
$17.99 now from a Kyber crystal. Very cool. Like, I may have to get one of these just to have the containers. But then I saw the Ben Solo pop up, and
I'm like the chase again. Then? It's like the black crystal?
Is. Yes, it is for blue. And but what a story. And it says Ben Solo in it now.
No,
they are really cool, but
I want that.
a cracked kyber crystal already starting to bleed, turn red. That's awesome.
Cool.
They also changed the holocron to green. It's a green square one now, and the Sith one is different as well.
Oh,
yes, there is that. There is also Luke's T16 hopper is on sale.
I did see
nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm gonna get a Skyhopper just so I can play it.
Yeah, so I can just sit there and just.
And it's exactly the correct size, and it comes with the stand and everything. Sold out very fast.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to get one. Yes.
Oh, don't worry, they'll be back.
Yes, they will. Yeah, absolutely, they will.
Yeah.
The Darth Maul sabers were not sold out. Pretty pricey. They were $400. The box opened and played music, and it had lights. It played Duel of the Fates.
It's like those. Okay.
But Scott, it did not come with the saber itself, the blades.
Oh, just the hilt.
And I'm like, dude, that's
for $400
for hilt in a box that plays music.
How much are the
Like,
blades?
I'll build you a box for
$50, I think. $50 for the blades.
Yeah. Yeah, and the hilts are normally like $150 a pop for just a basic hilt.
Yes.
So you're paying a premium for those.
So
for the small one.
You're probably paying $300 for that, and $100 for the display stuff.
Right.
Yes, and everything else.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
If you're gonna make it that way, you should have included the blades.
Agreed.
Yes,
it should be a deal.
Give us an optional just hilts or optional like that, like a deluxe set of it, right?
But
so
people go crazy for it.
Yeah.
Is it like a short box with the two stacked on top of each other, or are they next to each other? Because you could easily
next to each other.
You could easily put the blades above and below.
Yes, you could have. So it's a long box. It's a great presentation. It is.
Yeah.
But still, for that premium price, you should be giving people the blades.
Yeah.
You really should.
Oh, yeah.
400 plus your 80 for the blades or 100 for the blades.
Oh, give us the choice. Like, here's this with blades or this with the display.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
and then
glad
the Clone
that
Trooper helmet
things,
was very surprising at $99. So if you use your discount, it was $86. Yeah, and then they had Rex's new helmet as well. That sold out very fast. Brought back in the afternoon for Doc Ondars.
And Rex's helmet.
It's so nice. Even though it was there, it's so nice.
He's
really
check
is.
it.
Yeah, I know.
Check this out really quick. The current
there it is.
What the hell?
Are you serious?
There it is.
Wait. What is this?
This is
the
Kylo,
opposite.
This is Kylo Ren's red with a little bit of blue.
And then the Ben Solo is blue with a little bit of, are you?
There's another one for you, man.
Wow.
$1,000. I haven't even seen this before.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm on eBay. I just wanted to see what they look like. So I hopped on eBay and I'm like, yeah, okay. Here I found the one that you're talking about.
I love the little canisters too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's the canister. Did you see? It's nice.
Yeah,
right?
I like that a lot.
The paper is nice too.
Display them. Yeah.
The paper is nice too by telling you who you get.
Yeah.
And now with that, I don't need right, Papa. Yeah, and that's me.
Yeah,
now.
I need that.
So see how it is where you pull it.
Yeah. That's so freaking awesome, dude. Like, all right. Okay. Hey, by the way,
that one's way cheaper. Get that one.
Passes are available. Yeah, it's way cheaper.
15% less, man. You got
$50 cheaper. Yeah.
I had no
jump when it's hot.
Idea about the Kylo or the Ben that day. Now I don't know about the Kylo, but here we go again. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
you
crazy.
Got two chases, buddy.
And so I don't know now that we're saying that, Scott, as I saw the papers, I don't know if they've added more people to the kyber crystals, to the voices. So if you guys are wondering what we're talking about as far as the papers is, when you buy those holocrons, I had to borrow Marco's forever.
Yeah.
Because I kept buying so many, I needed to know whose voice I had.
Made an inventory. Yeah.
There's different voices. Well, now they're telling you who you get. So I don't know if they've added voices. Because I saw somebody who said Darth Bane. Was that one of the original voices?
I think
Bane,
so.
I don't. One of them? I think so. I think Bane was one of them. I think so.
That holocron looks nasty.
It does. Yeah.
The Sith is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that much different. I mean, it's a little darker, right?
It's a darker red. Yeah.
Oh, and it's gold. I think the one I have is gold, isn't it? Oh, is that
no?
purple?
It's red. It's red.
I'm looking at it right now.
No,
it's red with gold trim.
That's
red
gold trim.
trim.
Yeah, it's silver trim now. Yeah.
Yeah.
The green looks very toyish in this picture. It really does, because this is an outside pick. It does not look like that lit up.
Right.
Cool.
I can say that in a display case.
Right.
This looks very toyish, but yeah.
Fallen Jedi, because Cal Kestis has the green one, so it's like it's cool.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean but there's the blue. They're all. I mean, they're all. It's really. I'm actually really happy like with this update, because it was kind of getting stale. Like same merch. Yeah, same merch. Same. So now it's almost like, okay, it gave us a lot of time to get the original crystals, original stuff, and now we can expand on it. I'm really cool with that, especially those little canisters. I hope they sell the canisters individually so the other crystals can go on there. You know, like
that'd be cool.
The which ones?
I hope they sell the canisters individual, like empty.
No,
I know. I wish they would.
I asked already.
Okay.
They sell the canisters, and they have a canister holder as well, and they have a saber holder.
When
they sell,
buy them, you end up getting duplicates, right?
Yes, that was my problem. That's why
that's where your other.
And like I'm saying, with these being so new, as Scott just barely found those on eBay.
Oh, they're.
I don't know if new voices were added. Yeah. Because there was a list.
Those are the old canisters right there. Yeah. So they just they pop open and
it's I noticed that they were out in the open to grab too. They weren't even behind the counter, right, Ernie? They were just out in the open.
Yes, you go get them.
When I had gone there 2 years ago, they were behind the counter. You had to ask. Right. Now I walked up and they were just right there.
Yeah.
So
and the shapes were different. They had three different cuts of crystals.
Crystal. Yes, they did. Yeah, and that also almost distinguished the voice you were about to get. But then
we found out
later they changed it, and they were all different. So like that, a white, you were getting Ahsoka,
the guard, right? No, it was yellow.
Yellow
was
guard,
the other one.
Yeah.
So there was a couple.
I don't even remember.
Then the other chases
we had a spreadsheet.
Yeah,
there was. Then there was some chases that actually came out before they started selling them like that. Was the Yoda and Vader 8-balls. So there was that where you put in the crystal in there and it would give you your magic 8-ball sayings, but it was either Yoda's voice or Vader's voice.
And then you could stack the holocrons and they would turn different colors and the Bendu would come out and the Bendu would talk to you.
So, sure, there you go, Papa. Yeah, it was Turret.
That's
right.
Yes, it was.
I really only just have it. And that's it. I have a holocron. I didn't know to even never even played with it. I have a red crystal in it, and that's all I got.
Yeah, like Ernie, we were swapping them out, writing them down, swapping them out, and
to see whose was who. Yeah,
stacking them to see if it would change it differently.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
good times, man.
The red
good times.
The Sith holocron, whenever you put the Sith holocron on top of the Jedi holocron, they both turn purple.
Right.
And they it's pretty wild.
I love it.
It was cool.
I absolutely love it. Like I said, it makes me now it's like go in there as a refresh and you
guys are excited to go back right now. And I've been
tons of it is tons of episode 1 merch, which is revolves around Darth Maul, a really cool face artist drawing of him on jackets and all that, and then the behind is the fight scene and it says 25 under it. There's backpacks, hats, hoodies, everything.
And as usual, all the episode 1 stuff is Maul centric, right?
Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Just like 99.
New hero.
Yeah.
New villain.
But then there was tons of new stuff, tons of new Spirit jerseys, tons of new shirts that they had. They also already had the Black Series of Mace Windu and his trooper.
Yes.
They had those ready available that day as well, too. And that's the other helmet that I was talking about. So helmets that day were the Clone Trooper helmet from Mace Windu. I don't remember the number, the battalion number. And then it was Paul's Carson Teva and Rex were the new.
I want that Rex. There.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, nice. Thank you for that Disney update there. That's cool. Like
awesome.
More to hunt for.
Yeah, exactly.
Next Tuesday, I'll go hunting.
Maybe I'll give you a couple 20s for some red crystals, like just for.
Yeah, try it. Like we'll see what happens.
By the way, the passes are available again across the board. Like they've been available for a long time now, so they're not selling out, or they've opened the floodgates, whatever. So if you want to go to see, Star Wars more days than once, and it's all there. But all right, let's wrap it up. We've gone a little bit over time, so I think that's good. We'll be back next week doing this all over again, of course. Yeah, if none of us just keep getting sick. Just one thing. I think Gordon asked about Visions. I haven't heard a thing about Visions. I don't know, but I wouldn't put it past them to do if there's another Visions series coming out. I wouldn't put it past them. Probably. I don't see them stopping that. It's something that's fun.
Look, I don't know. To stop last time they didn't listen.
I don't know. It would,
he doesn't know.
Who knows if they're
Gordon?
Something's coming.
Just maybe.
Keep an eye out and let's hope
there is.
Another one coming.
Yeah, I got you. All
right, cool. Well, yeah, maybe that's the filler this year, right? They'll just drop it in our laps or whatever. But
whatever.
All right, guys. So if you don't have anything further, I think we did pretty good. There's a lot to digest, and I do have to go back and watch Tales from the Empire again, just cause. I mean, it's Star Wars. It's still cool, but it's still cool.
Oh, it was. Again, we come out 2 weeks in a row. I know we came out bitching. Probably about 3.
I know we do.
Probably 3 because the second to last episode was crap too on Bad Batch. So I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure we did.
I mean,
but I'm saying we still love it. I just don't. It just comes off that way.
Yeah. I mean, and we're getting called. And we're getting called out on it on the floor, not out on the floor, but like a little bit of retort and going back and forth. Nothing major on the comments section. So the comments are really that's where you will continue the conversation, and see these opinions. And I love it. I love it because again, people see Star Wars a little bit different, and maybe they get closure. I don't, or I do and they don't. So it's kind of cool to go back and forth with that. So
it's better to it's making me sad watching other shows and being so.
Yeah,
unattached that I like them.
I know, right?
I want to like I'm too attached and it makes me hate them.
Yeah, I if it was just a entertainment for me, I don't think I'd be that into it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, true.
So it would just be like, yeah, that's cool, and then walk.
Well, just like everything else. Just like everything else. I'm done with it after I'm done with it.
Yeah. Star Wars is different, right? So, but we do enjoy the hell out of it. I mean, it is. Yeah,
this is part of the fun is complaining about it.
Absolutely.
Give us 1999.
Yeah, we complain and we love it. We love hate. I'm gonna go watch hate Empire. Tales from the Empire now.
You're getting hate watched right now.
Yeah, but not before I watched X-Men 97 because we're gonna be talking about that and beyond. So not this beyond, but the next beyond that we drop. So with that, I'm gonna kick it over to Ernie because he is our little announcer there. And Ernie, take it away. We're getting out of here. Thank you, everybody in the pit. Thank you. It's all you.
Yeah, thanks for everybody who joined us tonight. Remember to hit that thumbs up on your way out if you haven't hit it already. If you're just joining us over here, please hit that subscribe button. We promise we will make it worth your while. Then hit the bell for notifications and hit all so you don't miss when we're on with toy reviews, other show specials, and much, much more as well, which we can have you entertained all week, definitely. If you do need more Star Wars talk as well, too, check out our Facebook page with the Sarlacc Digest Central with 24/7 Star Wars talk, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram as well. We have you covered on all social media. And on collecting front, check on over at Tashi Station Emporium and get all of your figure stand needs that you need for everything from G.I. Joe to Star Wars Ross finds and everything.
Yeah. I got this
those
awesome super battle droid
Hasbro Pulse. Oh, you already got it in too? That's awesome.
The 2-pack. Yeah.
You'll need a stand for that as well.
Yeah, you do because it's very top heavy. And with this one, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Head on over there, check out everything that they got. Remember to use code Sarlacc Digest and receive a free glare in every box.
Yeah, I do. I do hate stare at the packages sometimes, but not hate. Yes. I would just be like love stare.
Just a glare.
It's random, just like the crystals. It's random. You never know what you get.
Yeah. You should start putting papers in. This could have been a kyber crystal. Yeah. or the glare. Put it on there.
Yeah, I'll put a glare. Yeah, free glare. Here's your free glare.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
The stands fit all your collecting needs. And then if you want to even soup up your displays from G.I. Joe to Turtles to horror figures, everything, everything's there. ToshiStationEmporium.com. The link is below. So please go check that out. Catch up on all of our content that we have going on. And then you can check in on us too on all our social medias. You got Darth Moocher, the art of Scott Solo right there. Don't forget your mama's favorite podcaster, Grand Admiral Franz.
Never forget him.
Yeah, she tells me all the time.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
And I am the Fallen Fett. Unfortunately, Bootleg Joe couldn't be here tonight, but he is here in Force Ghost spirit. Hopefully he'll be here next week. We hope you feel better, Joe. And go check out episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It's still up in theaters right now.
Is it
doing pretty good?
It's gone. Yeah.
It beat out.
2.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man.
I think that's why it stuck around.
Had those numbers.
Yeah, I checked for this weekend. It's still available this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
It's
Go ahead
totally
and catch Black Adam pretty soon.
And have it.
Yes. All right. Well, again, we'll see you guys next Wednesday. We'll do this again. When you're over there watching Ernie, the Federation, jump over here and continue the talk. So
and Mando Mike fight the pod race.
Yeah,
it's not the same effect.
That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
No. Oh, by the way, guess what Marco and I did on May the 4th?
We watched the pod race.
We sure as hell did. We sat there. We watched the original trilogy. We actually watched the Tales. Then we watched the original trilogy while playing Star Wars Unlimited, right? And then put on scenes from the saga.
Yeah, then we went
scene by scene to the major scenes,
so great.
Like the pod race, the Duel of the Fates, and almost all of Attack of the Clones because it's flawless.
Yeah, we did. Might as well just run it, Chris, because it's all good. Might as well just
play. You skipped like 2 minutes of it, and that was it.
Right, I skipped it. I skipped the tick.
Oh, stop right there.
Yeah.
We skipped him right in the tick, and the rest was gravy, man.
Chris, fast forward to the wedding scene. Fast forward.
Go. Yes, R2 sees it. They're there.
It's right there.
They're recording.
Why wouldn't he say anything?
Point of view. Remember when he sees the video?
This is so important.
That was pretty fun. I like that.
It was, man, because we went to
But how long was the pod race, dude? It was like 16 minutes.
Hey, you know what? It flew by for me because it was so fun.
No.
It flew by. Like it wasn't 16 minutes.
Bullshit,
it was 14, 50, something like that. Because there's a debate on when it starts.
As soon as what's his nuts, the two-headed guy says go, and then I don't care how many places it goes around before the pod race.
No, there was a lot in between. But
I still love hearing Quadraneros.
Yeah, Ben Quadraneros. Oh no. I'm not saying it wasn't cringy.
Yeah.
I didn't say it wasn't cringy. I said it was good. Like it flew by for me. It felt like 3 minutes tops. It was so awesome.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's not about her. Okay. All right. So with that, I think we're out of here. Scott.
No wonder Marco's single. I'm kidding. Keep it nerdy, everybody.
I said sometimes. I say all the time. 90%. Not, so.
It never happens.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.